Welcome back to a new video today. This is going to be a continuation of the discussion I had with my buddy Gary when I filmed his Holden conversion. But today we're going to talk about car culture, boring vanilla SUVs, soulless EVs, possibly changing emission standards, so fire up your V8 engines for this one, and why GM needs to bring back Pontiac. Why we need an affordable, sporty car to purchase. This and a whole lot more coming at you right now. So I guess we're pretty lucky here, being in the Niagara area in Ontario. There's quite a car culture here. I mean, Gary and I here, we actually met a number of years back. I want to say it was around 2006, 7, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that, yes.
Yeah. It was...
Forgot about the microphone.
Yeah, it takes a little getting used to remember to make sure you have the microphone up to your face there. Yeah, so it was the Ontario Quebec Club Grand Prix that we were part of. It was quite an active group at the time in Ontario, and we went to a lot of shows together. So, and I think with any cars, that car culture is just really a big part of the ownership.
It is for sure. I mean, community, I always say it's the cars that bring people together, but it's the personalities that keep people together.
Right.
And, you know, to be honest, I've been involved in a few different clubs, Firebird Club, Grand Prix, and now this community. And, you know, people come and go, and then other people stick around forever. And like you said, we've known each other a long time.
Yep.
The first Grand Prix that I had, you guys wouldn't know this, but it was kind of a twin to your car. It was a four-door black GTP, pretty well bone stock. I added rims. I did the special edition hood scoop hood. I think I saved the roof rails for my 04 Comp G.
Oh, okay, yes.
I did the special edition rear wing on the back.
Oh, okay.
And
I did
those, I did some wheels. I remember that. And that was a fun car. I mean, it was a higher mileage one when I had it. Mm-hmm. But the mechanic that owned it before me did all the suspension in it. And I know you're going through that now.
Yes. So mine's in the shop right now getting a full suspension all the way around and a few other little things done. So you're going to be seeing that one in an upcoming video very soon.
Yeah, that's cool. I think you'll notice a big difference once you upgrade all that. The car will ride amazing. And I'm really happy, for the record, that you've kept that car. I know it means a lot.
Yes,
it was your dad's car.
Yep.
May he rest in peace. And you know, they're getting rare. And
absolutely.
I think they're gonna hit their stride from a collectability standpoint.
I think so too.
You know, I mean, Pontiac has been gone now since 2009. There were the odd 2010 that made it through that I know you've talked about.
Yeah, just a few little G3s I think were the only thing that really made it through into the 2010 model year. Yeah,
maybe some G6s, but I think
maybe
the G3
may have been too. Yeah. I remember another guy from our club, his name's Steve there. His wife she had one of those last.
I remember him talking about that. And it was that
G3.
Gecko green color G3. And
it was the gaudiest looking car.
Like, I've got the last Pontiac. I'm like, it's a Daewoo, Steve.
Yes.
It's a Daewoo.
Yes, that's right. Right? He didn't rebadge as a Daewoo though.
No. Well, who would? I mean, really. Sorry, Daewoo.
Sorry, Daewoo. I don't think anybody really wants to own up to having one of your cars. But anyhow, I digress.
But while we're on the topic, I mean, okay, so they went away like 2010.
Yeah.
But then that whole magazine thing that came up recently, and you and I were talking about off camera, like, GM. Hi, Mark Royce. Hi, Mary Barra. Bring back Pontiac, please. Bring back Holden. Bring back something that we can all afford.
There's a huge hole in the market right now, like you say, that we can afford.
I would die. I would cut off a body part.
I will be in line up at the dealership to buy one if you bring it back.
Right. I would cut off a body part.
Yeah.
And, donate it to science. And then you pay me science, and then I will go buy a Firebird. I will be there.
You got rid of the Camaro. You need something in its place.
Right. So you heard it here first. We need a nice pony car. Make it affordable. We love the new ZR1 Corvette. We were just talking about that. Like 1,064 horsepower, but
it's wonderful.
You know, it'll probably be 200 grand Canadian, right?
Oh, easily, yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Don't think I'm winning the lottery anytime soon.
No, if you've got luck like I do, then you're gonna have to work for it.
Right.
I mean, GM, you got some nice caddies. You got the Corvette, but
well, that's the thing, General Motors, I think they need to listen to their customers more instead of dictate. Like,
now
this car here no longer exists because they want you into a Cadillac V-Spec product, right?
Yeah.
So, and I get that, but I mean, what's the starting price on a V-Spec Cadillac? The small one is probably 80.
Yep.
The big one is probably 100. I know it's probably getting harder and harder to package a product, especially, with the carb standard, cafe emission standards and all that stuff, fuel economy, for 40, 50 grand. But if there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, there is. And I think just to what you're saying, I think it's not necessarily all GM's fault or all the car manufacturers' fault for the lack of excitement in the vehicles. The government has been getting involved in a lot of this stuff as well. However, as I just talked about in a recent video, there's been some changes happening in the U.S. now, and I think we're going to see some of these cafe standards changing a lot too, because the Supreme Court just struck down the Chevron deference ruling, which is basically what gave the government the teeth for the cafe standards and whatnot. And now a lot of these things are going to be ruled by the Supreme Court, not by the government in power.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, I think the fleet fuel economy thing, I mean, Stellantis got around that by getting credits from Tesla.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely,
so building all these crazy Hellcats, I'm sure they get atrocious fuel economy.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
But they got around it for a long time, And the EVs, I mean, they're, the performance, but they seem kind of soulless to me.
They are soulless.
I watch Daily Driven Exotics all the time.
Yeah.
And Damon and Dave are Canadian, and they go to California and they do their thing down there with the supercars. And their mantra is like, life is too short to drive boring cars.
Absolutely.
And hence this, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
There's a reason you only live once. If your dreams are attainable, if you're responsible, if you pay your bills before anything else, then there's no reason why you can't have a car like this. Like, you don't need to drive the same car that your neighbor has.
No.
Don't buy a car because your neighbor tells you it's a good car. Go and find out for yourself.
Absolutely.
So I am not a sheep.
No, me either.
Never have been and never will be, right?
I never will be either, believe me.
Yeah.
I mean,
for sure.
I've referenced this in some of my videos previously, but there is a picture floating around the internet of a lineup of about 10 different white SUVs. Yeah. And these SUVs are everything from the cheapest Kia to a Mercedes-Benz and everything else in between.
Yeah.
And you can barely tell the difference between the damn cars.
Yeah, I mean, that's scary too. They look so much alike now. It really is like an appliance. And I guess to some people, that's the thing. It's an A to B thing. It's a box on wheels, and it is just an appliance. But there's still a lot of people alive, and even the young guys coming up. Yeah. They want that experience. They want, like, driving this thing is an event, and it is It is not a daily driver anymore. It's not practical to be a daily driver anymore. No. It certainly wouldn't get through a Canadian winter the way it's configured. But at least it's interesting, and I built this car for me. It is fun though when you get and the reactions. And we talked about this off camera, like they're mostly positive, but there's the odd scowl or the scared old lady or whatever, and you're only doing 20 kilometers an hour through a parking lot.
That's
and
right.
Giving this look like you're going 4,000.
Sounds like you're going faster though.
Well, maybe if you're having like first gear at 30 kilometers an hour, but the reality is, unfortunately, in this day and age, there's a lot of I hate to say it, but younger guys, less experienced, maybe less mature, arguably, that, are going about things in the wrong manner, and the police are doing their job. They're enforcing the law.
Yeah.
And that kind of makes us all look bad.
It does.
And I, at 52 years old, try really hard to respect the law. As you know, I drive for a living. We're not going to get into what I do, but I drive for a living.
Yep.
My license is everything to me.
Yep.
So there's a time and a place for everything. And if I could say anything to anyone watching this that hasn't been around as long as us in the car community or in the cars, like, time and a place, guys. Like,
absolutely,
you got nothing to prove. Like, honestly, just go out there, enjoy your car, be respectful of the law, and have a good time. And if you do that, they'll leave you alone.
They will. Yeah.
Right.
You don't give them a reason to chase you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we ramble.
Well, that was a very fun discussion. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed creating it. And if you like this kind of content, I can definitely bring Gary and some others on the channel at a later date to create some more videos like this and have some great discussions. Be sure to let me know what you think of this video by commenting below, liking it, and subscribing to the channel. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next video, and have a great day.